This is Bike Shows UK, the biker's guide to the best biking events that are happening from all over the country. Hi, I'm Stuart Evans, and this week's Bike Shows UK comes from Oliver's Mount, home of the famous Scarborough Bike Week. Let's have a look what we got here. Scarborough Bike Week. Well, there's a bike show with a difference. What's that all about then? Well, instead of it being a show where you just turn up and have a look at bikes that are all polished, etc., etc., this one is a series of different motorcycle racing events throughout the week. Every day there's a different race or different style of racing. Like today here there's supermoto, one day there's a twisty sprint, another day there's some motocross, then there's some track racing. 7 days of lots to see, culminating in the famous Cock of the North race on Saturday coming, which attracts some really big names, like Nick and Dave Jeffries have raced here. Now, it's held at Oliver's Mount, and if you've never heard of it, then it's perhaps you should, because it was started in 1946, and some of the names that have raced here include Jeff Duke, Giacomo Agostini, Phil Reed, Mick Grant. Barry Sheen actually won his last international race here. Cole Fogarty and Wayne Gardner have both raced here. The track itself was built in 1946 at the cost of £920. Nowadays you'll get everything, Hondas through to Husqvarnas, all having an absolute whale of a time. There's been racing here at Oliver's Mount in Scarborough for 56 years. Now, Tony, you've not been here for 56 years, but how long have you been here involved with it all?
Well, I came to the first one for me was the second year, 1947, but I wasn't involved. Well, I was collecting paper cups, I think, making a big tower.
What, you were here as a lad, sort of watching with your parents, or?
Yes, indeed, I was brought along. I missed the first year, I don't know why, I was probably too young. And I've come along in one capacity or other ever since, virtually. It's so awe-inspiring. The full circuit here is totally unique. It's the only public roads circuit on mainland Britain, and guys see it and they just cannot believe it's so hilly, and there's leaps at 140 miles an hour completely in the air. Yeah. Awesome.
I mean, I've heard it described as a miniature Isle of Man.
Yes, indeed. Jeff Duke was the first one who coined that. He called it the Mini TT, and from there on it's just grown from strength to strength.
Right, well, best let you get back to your comparing.
Indeed. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Tony. The racing today here at Oliver's Mount is supermoto racing. Supermoto bikes generally are very highly tuned dirt bike derived things with sticky tyres that cost loads and loads of money and a very high state of tune. At the other end of the spectrum are people like Dave Ward, who take their road-going XR600, this beastie here, stop going shopping on it for the day, put some nice little road tyres instead of knobblies on it, and get out on the supermoto track and have a right good old crack at it, which he just did, and he did very well. I mean, this is a cheap bike, and it's still got its number plate, it's still got its tax disc. All you've got to do is tape up the headlights and get out there and give it a go. Cheap racing. Ada, you won the first race here today. How's the racing going for you here?
Okay, actually. Second race, I overdid it going into the corner there and tipped off. Left me braking a little bit too late, gave it too much front brake, and then I went off. But that's part of racing. luckily here the races are quite long, and you can claw back a few places. So I don't know, we'll see what happens later on.
What's the atmosphere like in the whole paddock?
Today it's brilliant. I've never raced at this club before. I think everybody's enjoying it. It's a good course, nice course, proper supermoto course, which makes a change. There's a fair bit of off-road in it. Yeah, very good. Everybody's very friendly.
Okay. How does your bike, for those who don't know, how does a supermoto bike differ from a dirt bike?
Really, the suspension. Suspension's shorter. You have smaller wheels, which are 17-inch wheels as opposed to 18 and 21-inch. Obviously, a lot more powerful. A 320mm front disc to stop you, because obviously your tyres are gripping better than a motocross front tyre. Really, suspension, tyres, wheels, and front brake.
How about the riding style? How does that differ from either dirt or racetrack?
I don't really know. I tend to try and keep my body upright and lean the bike over on the dirt sections, because if you do lose the front end of the bike, at least if you're upright you can put a foot down and pick the bike up, whereas if you lean over like you would on a road race bike, once you lose the front tyre, you've lost the thing, you're off on your elbow.
Brilliant, well good luck for the rest of the day.
Thank you very much.
Goose, you do seem to be in a considerable amount of pain, my friend. Why on earth is that?
The first start was red flag, a couple of guys went down. Second start, stalled in the chicane. Got to go in again, did another lap, stalled in the following chicane, and then top corner there, went down twice hard. Took a bit of a knock on the hip. But
Why do you do it to yourself?
I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's my 5th meeting now. Last year we did road racing. There's so much expense, so come to this, a lot more fun. Brilliant, great fun.
Good on you, mate.
Cheers.
This isn't a Husqvarna, nor is it a KTM. Why is it I don't recognise this bike?
Because I built it.
When you say you built it, what is it? Tell me what you built on it.
Frame, tank, all the bits of brackets, subframe, etc. And the suspension's off Suzuki, plastics are off KTM.
So, well, you presumably went out and bought the engine and then thought to yourself...
Yeah, basically, yeah. So, and I like building bikes and, built grass trap bikes and stuff like that, so, yeah.
And how much does it cost you?
Plastics and engine bits and that are the most expensive parts. It's come to about £500. So,
How does it perform compared to some of the more expensive stuff out there?
it's not bad because, I'm used to tuning engines as well, so it's not as fast as the fastest ones, but hopefully it's more reliable. So,
And certainly a darn sight cheaper. Best of luck for this afternoon.
thank you very much.
If you fancy taking a trip on your own in and around the Scarborough area, then have a look at our guardian angel, who's going to show you some of his favourite places.
Hello, my name's Will Wright. I'm a farmer. I've lived in the Scarborough area nearly all my life, and I'm a keen biker. I'm also a member of the Auto 66 Marshals Association, and I've helped at Oliver's Mount for a number of years, usually on the start line by gridding all the bikes up and getting them ready to race. Scarborough is a nice place to come on your bike. There's plenty of free parking for bikes. You don't have to pay. So that's a good aspect of Scarborough. There's also plenty to do on the seafront, with loads of biker-friendly places to visit, cafes, hotels, pubs. It's a really good place to come. We've also got loads of absolutely wonderful roads for bikers in this area. We've got the North Yorkshire Moors only about 5 miles away. We've got the Yorkshire Wolds about a similar distance, the other side of the Vale of York. There's some absolutely brilliant roads to ride on. This is my bike. It's a Yamaha Thunder Ace, 1000 cc's, dead reliable. I've done 20,099 trouble-free miles. I bought it brand new in 1997 when the prices were high. Wish I'd waited about 8 months, it would have been quite a bit cheaper. Right, now I've told you a bit about Scarborough, I'll show you where to go to enjoy yourselves.
Tell me, what brings you down here?
The men, the leather, the racing. I love everything about it.
Are you guys having a good day here, enjoying the Supermoto?
Yeah, really good day. Really enjoy it.
Oh, what brings yourself here today?
It's a great spectator sport, spectacle, exciting, all that type of thing, you know.
What about yourself? What brings you down here?
Well, I'd say come with my husband. It's exciting, dangerous, good. We have a good time, good crack with everybody.
Do you ride a bike yourself?
I do now and again, yeah, if I don't get injured.
Who's your favourite stunt rider out of Sonny and Neil?
Sonny.
Yeah, attaboy. We've already reached the halfway mark, but join us back after the break when we'll be seeing much more of Scarborough and we'll be busting two bikers' brains in our world famous bike brain quiz. Welcome back to Bike Shows UK. I'm Stuart Evans and this week we're in Scarborough, home to the famous Scarborough Bike Week. Before we show you more of what this show has on offer, we're going to have a look around the Yorkshire Wolds with our local biking guide.
This is Andy Noble's motorcycle shop on Hoxton Road in Scarborough. Been established for 25 years and sells all the top models of motorcycles.
We have a variety of customers coming into the shop, from farmers buying the quads to go around the farm, to people buying mopeds to go around town, to people buying superbikes to go for the rides out.
Right, well here we are at the Bosville Arms, a well-known local bikers pub. I've managed to gather some of my friends up, so let's go meet them. This pub's full of old fairings, helmets, pictures. There's old black and white pictures. It's plenty of memorabilia for people to come and see. It's well worth a visit. We're here at Filey, probably one of the most famous stretches of beach in the country for sand racing. Sand racing has been going on here since the 1920s. Right, this is Staxton Hill. You all might be wondering what's so special about Staxton Hill, apart from it being steep and the bane of a lot of lorry drivers and people with cars and caravans. Well, back in the 1920s, when it was just a chalk track, not a piece of tarmac in sight, brave men used to hill climb up here. Absolutely amazing, with probably no form of clutch and very little brakes. Absolutely brilliant. If you're looking for a run out from Scarborough, head out on the B1253 to Rudston, which is near Bridlington. Why not visit Gothland on the North Yorkshire Moors, situated near Whitby. Visit Bob at his garage and have a look at all his old cars and motorcycles. It's right in the heart of Heartbeat country. Well, that's about it from me. I hope you enjoyed your visit around Scarborough and we hope to see you again next year.
Oliver's Mount is the starting point for the Parade of 1,000 Bikes, which winds its way through Scarborough and down along the seafront, giving all the locals a proper eyeful.
day? Brilliant.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Good.
It's the second time we've been on it, so yeah. I expected a lot more bikes, but good.
Like, so we weren't expecting half the amount of bikes that came in today. It was absolutely fantastic. The amount of bikes there has been here today. Local 66 Club will be well impressed with that for a start. And then we've got a really good lineup for the whole week. So we'll just have to see how it goes.
Oh, it's as good as ever. Just all bikers getting together and having a ride around. It's good to see a lot of people out watching. Nobody seems to bother. Cars don't seem to mind stopping at traffic lights when we don't bother stopping either. I think it's all right. It's well organised and everybody has fun.
Right, it's my favourite time of the week. It's the Bike Brain Quiz. It's the time of the week we've got two bikers representing the local area, and they're going to answer as many questions as they can inside 1 minute. You're working together as a team, and should you get the most questions right, by the end of the series, you win a Yamaha Race School track day at a track of your choice. Exciting or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, the boys. Right. Now, when you know the question, or no answer rather, beep your beeper, your horn, that's it, and I'll chuck the microphone to you. Right, start the clock. Which current two-stroke MotoGP team will be running a new four-stroke V5 next year?
Honda.
No, I'm afraid it's not, mate. It's Kenny Roberts' Proton team. What year did Motorcycle News start? Have a guess. Have a guess. Motorcycle News. Go on, have a guess.
82.
How many?
82.
No, 1955, but close. Which British superbike team is running the Kawasaki outfit this year?
Fault.
Sorry?
Folks.
No, I'm afraid not. It was Hawk. You were very close. Name the defending AMA Superbike champion. Matt Madlin.
Matt Madley.
Pardon?
Matt Madley.
Yeah, you're quite correct. It was Matt Madlin. Who has just launched their Piega motorcycle? Mondial. Okay, name the most recent feature added to Royal Enfield's Bullet. There's a misnomer if ever there was one. What's the most recent thing they've done to it? They put an electric start on it. Name Cole Fogarty's new race team. Oh, there's the buzzer. Time's up. You can carry on and answer that question now. What is Cole Fogarty's new race team called? It was Petronas. Let's have a look at the scoreboard and see how you did. The results are coming through. The crowd are on their feet. You've scored 1. Yay! So the Scarborough boys go on the scoreboard with 1 point. Those Manchester lads are still on top with 11. Everybody's gotten up bright and early this morning to go on one of the breakfast runs. This one is going out to Goathland on the Yorkshire Moors, which is of course Heartbeat country, and we're going to join them. Come.
Just want to tell us what the breakfast runs are like.
Nice, very nice. Take you all over countries, down back roads. It's great. They look after you. The AA there's to back you up. The organisers are in front looking after you, showing you where you go and everything. They really do look after you on them.
We've been involved with Scarborough Bike Week now for the last 5 or 6 years, ever since it started. We do a voluntary service for the bikers that come over. We escort the ride-outs every day, the breakfast runs, so providing the backup, the breakdown backup, and just general making sure everybody gets there and back nice and safely. Usual things, running out of petrol or punctures and things like that, we covered it for everybody, and just to make sure that everybody enjoys themselves and have a good time.
I think it brings a lot of people out and into the area. It must help the town, all the people staying. All credit to the organiser for setting it up, because it's an incredible task.
Well, it brings out bikers into Scarborough, and it's more for publicity for bikers.
Just enjoy it. Just enjoy being bikers. Full stop.
Now, the Scarborough Bike Week runs all week long, but sadly that's all we have time for. The guys behind me are off out on yet another run. Now, if you're not able to get up here, perhaps you can join our website and participate in our forum. But for the meantime, I'm off down to the train station. See you later.